Hi there, this is Ideas on Truth, and I am Lisa Taylor. Tonight we are talking about the fact that you cannot not do something. Like, you don't want to feel sick. You think about not being sick. You think about not feeling bad. You can't not do something. You actually have to do something. So if we focus on the negative, we're actually filling our thought with the negative. So Mrs. Eddy has this great quote. It's in this book called Miscellany, where it's titled Admonition and Counsel. And she talks about the fact that she says, keep your minds so filled with truth and love that sin, disease, and death cannot enter them. It is plain that nothing can be added to the mind already full. There is no door through which evil can enter, and no space for evil to fill in a mind filled with goodness. And then she goes on to say, good thoughts are an impervious armor. Clad therewith, you are completely shielded from the attacks of error of every sort, and not only yourselves are safe, but all whom your thoughts rest upon are thereby benefited. I know that's a really long quote, and I don't usually put in such big quotes, but the point being, keep your minds so filled with truth and love that sin, disease, and death cannot enter. It is plain that nothing can be added to the mind already full. Therefore, if you don't want to do something, do what you want to do. This is kind of a little bit of a following on what we put up last night, what we talked about last night. Go in the direction that you want to go. Don't try to not go in the direction you don't want to go. Do something affirmative. Choose the affirmative instead of trying to not choose the thing that you don't want to do. I know I keep repeating myself, but this is so key in healing. If I'm feeling really sick, I'm feeling like I've got a cold coming on, and you know that feeling where you just feel kind of dragging out and you feel like there's just something, and then you start thinking, oh no, I don't want to get sick. Catch that suggestion, catch that thought, and immediately claim what you want to be true. Claim truth. Claim goodness. Claim health. Claim, declare, admit to yourself. This is that he talks in another place about admitting to yourself what's true. Admit only such conclusions as you wish realized in bodily results. Admitting it to yourself and admitting it into your thought. I love that kind of double play on words with that quote, and I believe that's in Science and Health. I'd have to check, but I think that's in Science and Health. When you feel a suggestion of something ill coming on, dis-ease coming on, anger, frustration, sickness, emotional stress, whatever it is, immediately challenge the suggestion, because it's not your thinking. It's the suggestion of fear-based, egoic-based thought. It's not your thinking. It is not the thinking of your true nature. Your true nature is aligned with God, is aligned with spirit, is aligned with truth, and all that is true about you. A suggestion of something other than that is not true about you. So immediately reject the suggestion and claim what you know to be true. My health is in God. God is all good. Therefore, nothing can exist in goodness except good. Therefore, I am filled with goodness. I am filled with health. My thinking cannot be filled with a suggestion of other than good. If God is all, and God fills all space, and God is mind, and mind is infinite, nothing exists outside of the infinite. The infinite includes all. So if there's something suggesting to be other than good, it has to be a suggestion because it doesn't fit within the infinite. So it can't be real. It has to be just the illusion of other, the illusion of something opposite to the allness of God, the allness of mind, the allness of health, the allness of goodness and of life. When there is a belief of death, and it is a belief, it is an illusion, there is no death. If life is infinite and life is ever present, death cannot exist. So it is an illusion of death. It is a belief of death. And all we need to do is wake up to the fact that it's a belief. I was reminded actually of a story recently. There's this guy, Jack Hubble, who was a teacher of Christian Science. And there was an article that he wrote a while ago that talks about a fictitious situation, but just to illustrate the point, of an auditorium full of people who have been hypnotized. And in their hypnotic state, they believe that there's an elephant on the stage. Now, this person comes into the auditorium late. They're not hypnotized, and they see what's going on in the auditorium. Everyone is hypnotized, and everyone believes there's an elephant on the stage. Would the person who walks in the room try to think good thoughts to get rid of the elephant on the stage? Try to look up online and find out what is the solution to getting rid of the elephant on the stage? No, of course not. I mean, it makes it obvious because the illustration makes it obvious. What is the solution to the elephant on the stage? It's waking people up from the hypnotic state. It's getting them to awaken from this belief or the illusion that there's an elephant on the stage. And the same process is true applying the laws of what's known as Christian Science or divine science, applying these divine laws. The same is true in that process. We are not trying to heal something material. We are not trying to heal something that is physically based. All we are doing is waking up to the reality of what is true, not of what we want to be true, of what is true. What is our truly natural state of health? We're waking up to that fact by understanding that the illusion is an illusion, that the lie of sickness is just a belief that needs to be corrected. It's an illusion that needs to be woken up from. It's a dream that we need to awaken from. So I hope that helps. We can't not do something. Coming back full circle to the point of this evening, keep your mind so filled with truth and love that sin, disease, and death cannot enter. It is plain that nothing can be added to the mind already full. There is no door through which evil can enter, and no space for evil to fill in a mind filled with goodness. Good thoughts are an impervious armor. Clad therewith, you are completely shielded from the attacks of error of every sort, and not only yourselves are safe, but all whom your thoughts rest upon are thereby benefited. That long quote is by Mary Baker Eddy, and it can be found in the book of Miscellany, in chapter 10, I believe it is, under the heading Admonition and Counsel. So she gives us very concrete instruction about how to handle the beliefs of the material senses, the beliefs of dis-ease in whatever form they come in our lives. And she gives us very practical steps how to do that. So thank you for listening. If you like these ideas, do share. It is always nice to share. And please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ideas on Truth. If you'd like to be in touch with me, you may always email me at ideasontruth@gmail.com. And let your friends know that this goes on. Most nights, I'm not here every night, but most nights. And I will let you know when I'm doing something new. I'm actually going to be posting an announcement pretty soon about some work I'm doing with people who would like to join me. So stay tuned for that. All right. Lots of love to all of you, and thank you so much for watching. Talk to you soon.